On the 44th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast, we're going to be talking about the NFL Draft, some MLB news and injuries, some NFL news, the NBA playoffs are taking place, the biggest announcement in HatTrick Sports history, and we're going to end it off with some Hall of Fame. Yay or nay, roll it! Welcome to HatTrick Sports, starring your host, Isaiah Carpenter. Bringing you the biggest sports headlines every week. This is the HatTrick Sports Podcast. And I can't wait. We're getting started with episode 44. Let's go. We're going to start it off with a bang. We're going to start it off with the NFL Draft. I mean, huge news. I'm going to grade every team about how they've done, it's past tense now, how they did in the NFL Draft. And I think there are some teams that did really, really well that I was not expecting to do well. And there are some teams that didn't do so well that I expected to not do very, very well. Or expected to do very well. So we are going to get started with that. Let me see if I have any. So one of the big things before I grade the draft for each team is the Falcons. I'm not 100% sure what they are thinking, but obviously they just signed that huge contract with Kirk Cousins, that the franchise QB, and then they go out in the first round to pick 8 overall. Michael Penix for number 8 overall. I'm not quite sure what they're thinking, and I'm not sure what Kirk Cousins is thinking. Like, do they not believe in him? Like, this injury wasn't supposed to be that big where it affects a 8 overall first round pick. So, not too sure what the Falcons were thinking about that. And I found this out. I forget where I found it. I wish I remember where I found it. But there are 3 teams that have never had the first overall pick in the NFL Draft. On TikTok, if you guys are on TikTok Live, guess what the 3 teams that have never had the first number 1 overall pick is? All right, come on, TikTok. Guess who has never had the number 1 overall pick? There are 3 teams. All right, so no, not the Eagles. Tigger said the Eagles. Tyrone is right. The Ravens are one of the 3 teams that have never had the first overall picks. Any more guesses? I don't think there are. All right, the other 2 teams are the Broncos and Seahawks. So the Broncos, Seahawks, Ravens have never had a first overall pick in the NFL Draft. That surprised me. It's not that surprised me. I just thought that was a cool little fact about the NFL Draft, is that there are 3 teams that have never had first overall pick. The Bears obviously had their first number 1 overall pick. Caleb Williams, loving the draft. You see him dancing. You see him, joking around on the phone with the GM of the Bears. That's what it's all about. Football's a game. This is what it's all about. You know you're going first overall. That's what you're going to do. All right, so now I'm going to grade each team's draft performance, and I'm going to try to do it in under 60 seconds so I can make it a TikTok without that much editing. Broncos, yeah, okay. Rogers, Ranger, you were right. Broncos, and then Seahawks were the last one. All right, so the Bears, A+, Steelers, A, Eagles, A, Giants, A, Commanders, A-, Chargers, A-, Vikings, A-, Rams, A-, Colts, B+, Packers, B+, Seahawks, B+, Lions, B, Ravens, B, Jets, B, Bengals, B, Chiefs, B-, 49ers, B-, Bills, B-, Patriots, C+, Cardinals, C+, Dolphins, C+, Bucks, C+, Raiders, C+, Panthers, C, Saints, C, Jags, C, Broncos, C, Falcons, C, Titans, D, Cowboys, D, Browns, D-. So the Browns got last place, the Bears got first place. That is what I graded each team's draft performance. If you don't like it, I don't care. It's my picks. This is what I chose them as. But, so I'm going to go through each team's kind of draft. 1 second. Let me pull up the draft. NFL draft picks. Here we go. Hopefully this loads. All right, so Caleb Williams went first overall Bears. I mean, everybody kind of knew it was happening from USC. And that's what really gave the that's what really gave the Bears the A+ tier, if you should say. Commanders had number 2. I had the Commanders at an A-. Again, great. Nobody's complaining about their performance in the draft, but again, it wasn't obviously as good as the Bears and a few other teams. The Patriots with number 3 picked Drake May. I had the Patriots. Where did I have the Patriots? I had the Patriots at C+. Not a huge fan of how they went about this draft. They had a lot of potential, didn't really use it. So the Cardinals had the number 4 pick with Marvin Harrison Jr. I had the Cardinals at... Where did I have the Cardinals? I had the Cardinals at a C+. Again, same with the Patriots. You had a lot of potential. You didn't really use it. Marvin Harrison obviously was their best pick. The Chargers had 5th overall pick. They picked Joe Alt for number 5 overall. I had the Chargers at an A-. Again, I think they did very, very well. I think, obviously, again, like I said, some teams like the Bears, Steelers, Eagles, Giants, that kind of mix had a better than them. But nobody's complaining about the Chargers. Nobody's complaining, hey, we had a lot of potential and we didn't make it. Again, great draft performance. The New York Giants had the 6th overall pick with Malik, and I had them at an A. Again, they're up there. Arguably A+, arguably A-. I think that whichever way you want to put them, that's where they should be. A+, put them at A+, A-, put them at A-, A. I thought that was fine. Just a flat-out A. The Titans. The Titans had the 7th overall pick. I had them down, I think, a little bit. Yeah. They were at a D. I had the Titans at a D. Again, man, like, you guys aren't even trying to win the Super Bowl. That's what I think of it. You guys aren't trying to win the Super Bowl at all. And it's a little disappointing that you're not trying to win. You have the 7th overall, and you're not trying to win the Super Bowl with these picks. But, what else? Falcons at number 8. Michael Penix Jr. I had the Falcons C-. I had the Falcons at C-. Again, I'm not quite sure what you were thinking. I'm not sure what the Falcons were thinking. Again, they have Kirk Cousins to that long form contract. What are you doing? Like, why are you drafting a QB at 8 overall? Yeah, what are you doing? He's from Washington. At number 9 overall, we had the Bears. I had the Bears obviously at 1. I mean, you did great, guys. You guys had the best draft in the best draft picks in a long time. Again, going number 1 overall, obviously Caleb Williams, and then trading your way to 9. I mean, phenomenal. At 10, we had the Vikings. I had them at an A-. They could have maybe been an A, but I think A- was where they belong. Jets, B. I had the Jets at a B. Again, nobody's complaining. They could have done a little bit better, but again, no Jets fans are complaining too much about this. Denver Broncos had the 12th overall. They picked Bo Nix. I mean, they just... With him there, you got Oregon. He's from Oregon. I had the Broncos at a C- again. What are you? They're down there. The Broncos are down there. They're last 5. I think that's what I had them as. Last 5. Not good. No bueno. Had the Raiders. Did I already say the Raiders? But I did have the Raiders at C+. Again, C+, it's passing. You passed the draft. Congratulations, Raiders. But Brock Bowers, 13th overall tight ends. What you gonna do? 14th, I had Saints. Saints were at C. Colts, Indianapolis Colts. The Colts were up there. I may have underperformed them a little bit. I had the Colts at a B+. They may have gotten an A-. And I'm willing to say I may have made that mistake. But you know what? It's too late for that now. I'm a man of my word. The Seahawks. Byron Murphy, the second. Go Hawks. Go 12s. I had them at a B+. As a Seahawks fan, I think a B+ is... I think that's good. I think a B+ as a Seahawks fan, a tiny bit of bias in there, maybe not. But Seahawks 16th overall pick. I think they did okay. I'm not complaining about the draft. I don't think we can win the Super Bowl anytime soon, next few seasons. And I think they're just trying to build that way up. They're on step 3 of 5 to win the Super Bowl, I think. The Minnesota Vikings. There's a new man on the Minnesota Vikings, and it is Dallas Turner. A- for the Vikings. Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals. New man on the Cincinnati Bengals. I had them at a B tier for the draft pick. I mean, call me Lizzo, because I am hitting straight bars out here. We have the Rams. I think I already said the Rams. But the Rams, I had it at an A-. Again, nobody's complaining. I'm not a Rams fan, obviously. As a Seahawks fan, I can't be a Rams fan. Jared Verse, I don't know how you say the last name. Pittsburgh Steelers, 20th overall. Steelers. Black and yellow. They are definitely at an A. I had them under the Bears. The Bears had the number 1 draft grade at an A+. The Steelers were at an A. Obviously not as an A+, because they're not where the Bears are. This is Dave Portnoy style. You got to go like a little pizza review. But the Steelers did very, very well. I'm impressed with 20th overall pick. Great job. I'm willing to clap for that. Great job, Steelers. We have the Dolphins. Where did I put the Dolphins? Yeah, they were down a little bit. C+. Dolphins were a C+. That's where they deserve to be. Chop Robinson, edge, 21st overall. A lot of offense in the first part of the draft. Very shocking. Shocking how much. Not shocking that there was a lot of offense, but shocking how much offense there was at the beginning of the draft. And then defense started to push their way in. Obviously leveled out a little bit. But Dolphins, C+. Who's after the Dolphins? The Eagles. The Eagles lost some guys. I won't lie. Ain't no lie. But they did good. They got an A. I gave them an A. They did good. Again, 22nd overall. They picked a cornerback. All right. 23rd overall, we got the Jags. C. Straight up C. See them later. Bye. Sorry, Trevor. You got a new wide receiver. Wide receiver. Brian Thomas Jr. Maybe this can make Trevor Lawrence better. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Trevor Lawrence. I mean, you got to make a team around him, I guess. 24th overall, we have the Detroit Lions. Eminem out there, like chicka Slim Shady. Where'd I have the Lions? The Lions hosted the draft this year, and the Lions didn't disappoint. I mean, they were a B tier. They were in the middle. They were in the mix. Average. Mediocre at best. Packers. The Green Bay Packers at the 25th overall had Jordan Morgan. O-line. Where did I have the Packers? The Packs. Go Pack Go. Actually, not really. I had the Packers at B+. You can argue that. I don't think you should. I think B+ is good for the Packers. 26th overall, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Graham Barton. Where did I put the Bucks? The Bucks were C+. Again, mediocre. They were a 2.3 out of 5. 2.3 out of 5. What is that? 4.6 pizza review for the Bucks. Slap it on there. Come on, Davey. Arizona Cardinals. I may have already said the Cardinals. I think I already said the Cardinals. C+. Chiefs. Where did I put the Chiefs? The Chiefs were a B-. B-. Do what you got to do. Nothing more to say about that. The Cowboys. This is our year, guys. This is our year. I've been hearing that from a lot of Cowboys fans recently. Just kind of block them out. Cowboys fans, desperate at this point. I think they're desperate. They got an OT from Oklahoma. Where did I put the Cowboys? Yeah, absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. D tier. All right. Who's after the Cowboys? We got the Ravens. Ravens. Where did I put the Ravens? Where did I? I didn't forget the Ravens. Yeah, no, they got to be average. 49ers. I had out a B-. Again, good, not great, not horrible. Obviously, there were teams that were worse. The Panthers. The Panthers are a B+. Congratulations, Panthers. That's the best thing that's happened to you since Cam Newton, like 10 years ago. And that was all of the first rounds. I know that some teams I didn't name. The Browns, absolutely horrible. You're not even trying. What are you guys doing? The Browns, shirts coming. Oops, sorry. I forgot to turn my. Browns, again, absolutely horrible. What are you guys doing? You guys aren't even trying. Again, you guys had Flacco, whatever. What the heck, Browns? What is Brown shirts coming soon, maybe? But what the heck are you guys? You're not even trying. You guys had D-. I should have given you guys an F. Horrible. What did you guys do? Can I ask? What did the Browns do in the draft? I can't remember. I don't remember what the Browns did. Absolutely horrible, man. So I think I named most of them. Explains. I obviously said at the beginning all of the teams in not order, but you know what I mean. I named all the teams in the draft thing within a minute. And then that was me explaining that. So, again, that is my NFL draft grades. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else with the draft going on. Let me check. Yeah, so, again, what are the Falcons doing? Signing franchise QB Cousins, then just 8th overall. Sorry, Kirk. We're going to get Penix, sorry. And then I named the 3 teams that have never had a first overall pick. All right, now for some baseball. Man, can we talk about... Hey, give a round of applause for the White Sox. Winning 2 straight games this season. Absolutely phenomenal. White Sox, you guys... you guys have a chance to win the World Series. 2-game winning streak. You have won half of your games consecutively. The White Sox, at the time of this recording, are 5-22. A moment of silence. A moment of silence for the White Sox. All right, that's enough for them. White Sox, 5-22, winning percentage of .185. They are 14 games back, 27 games into the season. Just bet against them. I don't condone betting. Whatever you guys say. I don't. For you on TikTok, nope, I don't condone betting. But they're 1-13 on the road. They've won 1 game on the road this season. They are 4-9 at home. There are teams that are doing better than them at their own stadium. Is home field advantage really a thing for them? Or is this like their bye day? You know how the NFL has bye weeks? Is this the MLB's version of giving teams their bye week? What the heck is wrong with the White Sox? In 2021, you see Reese, like you see all these guys. The White Sox are doing amazing. COVID years before and after. What is going on? Go check out John Boy Media. He kind of explains, or Talking Baseball might be on Talking Baseball, but what the heck is going on with these White Sox? Absolutely horrible, man. I mean, horrible. You see the Orioles, stellar. The Guardians, nobody expected them to do this good. Let me check the NL. Braves, obviously doing well as everybody expected them to do. Phillies not far behind. Brewers, Cubs, doing good. Dodgers are getting there. They had that week where it's like, what the heck? Like, Dave Roberts get cut now. Like, Andrew Freeman, what are you doing? They're getting back up there. They're getting back up there. We thank the Dodgers. We thank the front office of the Dodgers for giving us these billion-dollar players. And then you see Dave Roberts. You just see Dave Roberts just like absolutely horrible. But I think, again, if the Dodgers don't win this season, Dave Roberts is going to have to go. I hate to say it. Dave Roberts is going to have to go after the season if we do not win the World Series. I actually don't hate to say it. I don't know why I said that. I want to see him go. Right now, I mean, I think if you get every Dodgers fan to pay the Dodgers $100, I think every dollar, and for them to sign a new manager, I think every Dodgers fan would do that. It's nothing personal, Davey boy, but man, it's just no bueno. There has been a lot of injuries this week in the in the MLB. Tristan Casas out with broken ribs. Same with Cody Bellinger. He fractured his ribs. Wade Miley undergoes Tommy John. Jackson Holiday. A lot of people are trying to stick up for him. It's very hard. I'm going to pull up his stats once again. I'm going to pull up his stats like I did last week. He hasn't gotten any better. He got sent down to AAA. Again, you hate to see a young guy like that. He's 20 years old. You hate to see him have a career that he's had. He's had 34 at-bats, 5 runs, only 2 hits. No home runs, an RBI. He's batting .059. Again, you hate to see it. I'm not going to try to bash this 20-year-old. He's just bringing it up to the big leagues. Again, a lot of guys are trying to stick up for him, believe in Jackson Holiday. It's just very, very hard to at this point. I mean, he's doing phenomenal in AAA. I mean, he's batting .300 in AAA. He's had, he has a couple home runs. He's not so much of a power hitter. But again, if you're not a power hitter and you have a batting average of .059, what kind of hitter are you? It's just, I'm sorry, man. Your dad, maybe the expectations are you're going to be like your dad. Nah, not really. But more with the injuries. Brandon Beller on IL for lat tightness. Blake Snell, 15-day IL for left abductor strain. Johnny Cueto, forgot about this dude. Giants, whatever. Signs with the Rangers. Again, I don't hate him anymore. He's not with the Giants anymore. But he signed with the Rangers. Congratulations, man. Where else? We're looking for... All right, and that's all the injuries that I saw. But there have been quite a bit of injuries in the MLB recently, and you just don't like seeing it. You don't like teams to win or lose due to injuries. It's just not my cup of tea. The biggest announcement in HatTrick Sports history, every week for the next probably 20-plus weeks, we are coming out with a new shirt. First shirt of the... All right, maybe I'm going to try to say that somewhat kind of different. Merch of the week. One piece of merchandise coming out every week for the next months. We have this lined up for months. One of the new series of HatTrick Sports is HatTrick Lock of the Day, where I choose one team every day that I think will win. Shirts are out now. If you are listening to this podcast, go over to shop.hattricksports.com. Check out, buy new HatTrick Lock of the Day merch, and one person that buys this within the next week will win $20 worth of baseball cards. The shirts are only $24.99. At least $20 worth of baseball cards, random baseball cards. We'll send them to you. We'll be in contact with you. But $20 worth of baseball cards. And if you buy one of these, you have a chance to win. Terms may acquire. I will go more into it with that on a TikTok. We'll make a TikTok this week. More announcing it. Again, I can't wait. I think this is going to be one of the best things that we ever do. We have a project coming up soon. I think that might top it just a little bit. It's going to be a great project that we're coming up with. But this merch, we have all designs. Right now, we have 16 designs. We're going to come out with at least 10 more by the time that comes out. Just beautiful. If you guys don't know, check out my series, HatTrick Lock of the Day. I choose one team every day that I think will win. We make a record of it. My goal at the end of the season, make it over 500. Right now, we are over 500 by a large margin. At the beginning of the season, we were back and forth between 500 and that. But now I think we're settled at over 500. But make sure to check out Shop. You too, on TikTok Live. Check out shop.hattricksports.com. Shirts are available when the podcast comes out. I'm excited for this stuff. I'm excited to see what you guys think of the merch. It's good quality, and again, it's only $24.99. We will be sending out discount codes and stuff like that. Tons of prizes to win. Every single week, you are entered in to win a random prize. Again, this week is at least $20 worth of baseball cards. Next week, it could be a hat. It could be a signed jersey. I don't know. But, man, you guys aren't ready for these shirts. You guys are going to absolutely love them. All right. Some NFL news. We have quite a bit of it. Zach Wilson traded to the Broncos. Broncos country, I think they're about to die. Ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Said Zach Wilson to the Jets. He is now officially a Bronco. Is that going to change the Broncos? No. I put a wager on that. Yeah, no. Zach Wilson's not going to change the Broncos whatsoever. We have T. Higgins and Trey Hendrickson request a trade from the Bengals. They don't like the Bengals. I don't know the specifics of it, but sorry, man. Hate to break it to you. T. Higgins wants out, and he wants out now. The Bears introduced plans for $4 billion lakefront stadium. It looks really good. I think they're going for like a Giants. You know how the San Francisco Giants stadium's like right over the bay? I think that's what they're trying to get out of it. But we'll see what happens with this $4 billion stadium plan. If the Bears want to sponsor me, I'm willing to do that in order for me to, maybe live in that $4 billion stadium, $4 billion house, build a $4 billion house for me. I mean, it sounds perfect. I mean, Bears. I could give you a huge shout out on here. Shout out to the Bears. The Eagles extend A.J. Brown for 3 years, $96 million. I think 84 of that is guaranteed. That was right before draft day. We're about to draft all these guys. But wait, we have to spend $100 million on A.J. Brown first. You got to show love to the vets. But what else? Oh, yeah. This is a... You guys remember the defensive end Will Smith from the Saints? You know that tragically passed away in 2016 from a pew-pew accident? Yeah, well, the guy who him is now sentenced to 25 years behind bars. Again, I'm not going to get political, but yeah, I mean, don't go doing that to people, and don't go to jail for 25 years. He was already retired. Will Smith was already retired. This news is 8 years old at least, but the court case just finalized, and he was sentenced to 25 years in prison. This is probably the safest and best thing that the NFL has done in a while. Yeah, you can ban drop hip tackles. Yeah, you could do all this other stuff to keep players safe. The biggest thing, especially, shout out to my boy Tua, he can back me up on this, concussions. Huge problem in NFL right now is concussions. I feel like every week there's multiple guys getting concussed out of their minds and out for weeks. Again, I think Tua's going to go into this new thing, but players can wear their Guardian helmets. It's supposed to reduce concussions by 50% and has like 10% or lowers 10% impact, something like that. Not great at math, but look it up. These things are going to change the NFL forever. Revolutionary decision by the NFL. One of the best things the NFL has done in a very, very, very long time. Great job. The NFL did this. I don't know exactly what they're going to do with their logos. Are they going to put the logos on the Guardian helmet? Because it's like foam. They use it in preseason. It's like a foam kind of helmet. So I don't know if they're going to try to print the logos on it or if it's just going to be like the team colors. But I think that is amazing. Absolutely amazing for the NFL to do this. I've been talking to people who have been saying that for years. One of our past guests, Curtis Carpenter, he's been saying that for my memory, probably 2 years. He's been saying that the NFL should do that, and I think he's right. I think that this could change the way how football is played for the good. I think people can be more. It's going to be tackle football again, and people aren't going to be scared. Scared to get concussed out of their minds, Again, I think this is a great thing for the NFL to do. All right. What else do we have? I don't think we have anything else for football. The NBA playoffs are happening. I told you my predictions last week, what I think would happen. And I think I'm right so far. So no rounds have ended so far. And the Timberwolves are going for a sweep against the Suns. And Oklahoma City Thunder are going for the sweep against the Pelicans. Obviously, the 1 and 8 seed, there's a chance for that kind of for a sweep like that. So, like I said earlier, last week my predictions were. Go check out last week's podcast if you want to hear those. This week's predictions might be the same, might be a little bit different. I'm going to go off of, again, no rounds have ended, but I'm going to go off of what obviously the record is. And who leads and all of that. So there's a little bit more of a persuasion on this one. Thunder, Pelicans, we are obviously going Thunders, going for the sweep. Clippers, Mavs, the Mavericks, I think, are going to win that. They're leading 2-1, and I think the Mavericks are, I'm confident that the Mavericks are going to win that. Timberwolves, Timberwolves are going for the sweep them out of here. The Nugs and Lakers, the Nuggets are going to win that. I try to think that the Nugs and Lakers were going to be close. It's not. The Lakers beat the Nuggets last night. Again, this was filmed on April the 28th. But LeBron doesn't seem... This might be his last season with the Lakers. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. And then, all right, so we have the Thunders and the Mavs. I think the Thunder is going to win that. We have the Timberwolves and the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets win that. So it's going to be Nuggets, Thunder. I think that the Nuggets win that. I think that the Nuggets beat the Thunder in the conference finals. So the Nuggets are making it to the the NBA finals. The Celtics Heat. Celtics are up 2-1. I think Celtics will win that. Cavs, Magic. All right, the series is tied 2-2. Do I believe in the Cavs or the Magic more? I don't know. I truly don't know. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go with the Magic. So it's going to be Magic, Celtics in the conference semifinals. I'm going to obviously go with the Celtics. On the bottom part of the Eastern Conference, we have the Bucks and Pacers. The Indiana Pacers are leading 2-1. I think that the Bucks come back. I think that the Bucks beat the Pacers and end up going to the conference semifinals. The Knicks and Nets give me high fives. I could trip a referee. It's all about my attitude. No, I'm just kidding. Knicks and 76ers. The Knicks are leading 2-1, and I think the Knicks will win it all, or not win it all, win that series. So we have the Bucks and Knicks, and I think the Knicks win that. So it is going to be Knicks and Celtics. Oh, this one might be... I think the Celtics. So Celtics, Nuggets. I think these are close to the exact predictions that I had. Knicks, Celtics, and I think that the Celtics win. I think that the Celtics beat the Nuggets in the NBA Finals. Quote it now. April 28th. I told you. All right. So that is what I think is what's going to happen. Again, these first round series are going to close up here in the next few days. Next week, I'll talk about the conference semifinals, then conference finals, and all the way until the NBA Finals in the summertime. All right. I think that is pretty much it. We're making good time. I think that is pretty much it for the podcast. Again, TikTok Live, stay on. I'll answer some of your questions that you had over the course of this podcast. But again, thank you guys for watching the 44th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast. I appreciate every single person that watches, likes, comments, shares, follows, bookmarks, whatever you got to do. I love everything that does that. Big project coming up soon. Hopefully, it's in the planning process right now. But thank you guys for watching the 44th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast. You can listen to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. YouTube for visuals. Again, you can listen to Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, Podbean, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, X, Twitter, and everywhere else. Any other social media, check us out. at the HatTrick Sports Podcast. Make sure to follow us there. And we'll see you guys. Shop HatTrick Sports. Don't forget Shop HatTrick Sports, where you can get your HatTrick Lock of the Day shirt. And we'll see you guys next week. See ya.